Okay, I'm going to give the DJI Air 3S a obstacle avoidance test just to see how it does. So I'm going to fire it up, get it in the air, and then I'll be taking it through a little path in the woods in my backyard, and we'll see how it handles it. Okay, so I've started a screen recording on the controller itself. Let's get this bird up into the air here. Okay, so I believe what I need to do here is select the focus track, or maybe I won't do focus track. I'm going to do active track, which is it is okay. Hang on a second. Switch that to video mode. Let's do focus track. Select myself, and now I can pick active track. That's right. Brand new drone to me, so let's get that recording started. We'll hit active track, and we'll just see how it does here. It's going to have a lot of stuff to work through. And it should be pretty easy to start, and then once I start getting into this woods like here, I feel like it's going to be a challenge for it. It's definitely following me. Let's see how it navigates this. If it navigates this. It sees me. Doesn't seem to want to pass it at all. Maybe if we lower it, make it a little easier for it to find its way. If I keep walking in here, it is trying. I'm walking through a spider web right now. Go figure. Okay, it's see, I think it's going to lose me is the problem as soon as I go around this corner. It is trying. Can I take over it manually here? Maybe. And kind of force it through a little bit. If we go a little bit lower and push it forward. It does not. Doesn't want to come through at all. And it's a relatively wide open thing. I'm sure if I was to clear some of those branches, it probably would come through. I expected it to do a lot better than this, to be honest with you. It just does not want to push past that at all. On the screen, it's saying horizontal distance too short. What if I come back like this? Will it try and follow me through? So I'm going straight so it can still see me without me disappearing. What's it going to do here? Is it going to try? I mean, it's good to know that it keeps its distance from obstacles quite well. But kind of disappointing that it wouldn't follow me through something like this. Interesting. It's going to have a gander, make sure this is still recording. Which it is. That's good. Okay. So what if I stop? I stop the active track here. Turn that off for a second. Can I force it through? Okay. I do have it through now. So let's reactivate this active track. Select me as the subject. Let's do active track. Oh, walked right into that spider web again. It is trying to stay focused on me here. It's really not following me. Man, I am just getting covered in spider webs in here. This was a bad idea. I should have probably walked through first. Okay, well, let's hang on. Let's stop the active track again. It's hard to click because the screen recording stop button is right beside the active track as well. If I do that, kind of bring it in this way a little bit. It just doesn't want to move anywhere. Okay, let's fly it back out. Nice and easy, nice and slow. I paid for this, so I don't want any damage to happen to it, so we'll get her through. So it's clear of all obstacles. It said something about obstacle sensing. I was looking at the drone and not the screen. I've got a spider web just all over me right now. I hope the spider's not on me. That would suck. Okay, so let's get her over here a little bit. Let's try and do this a different route here. So we'll go active track. I'm going to walk this way. It's definitely navigating through that just fine. I think this is kind of more of what it's intended for. That was a very tight little area for it to even keep its tracking on me in. I think it could do better if I was in a little bit more open space. We got some tree branches here I'm going to be walking pretty much right under, and I'm hoping it avoids them altogether, which it is. It went lower. It's following me out into the open. Seems to be doing a pretty good job out here. I'm sure you can turn that beeping off. I'm going to start the recording from the drone itself. I'm sure you can turn that beeping off from within the app somewhere. Every time it senses an obstacle, it just goes crazy, letting you know. This hasn't cleared out at all, so it's not going to be going through here. It's got a tree branch right in front of it, and I don't know if it's going to navigate around that, up and over. Yeah, oh, there it goes. Oh, ooh, almost clipped a leafless branch. I guess those are the ones that are harder to detect. I'll just keep walking this way for now. Yeah, I think if I was to clear some branches out of that area there, just to give it a little bit more comfortable room to get through, it might do it. Not 100% sure. Okay, I'm going to stop this recording now. I'm going to try something else momentarily. Again, and I'm going to put my voice recorder back in my pocket. So swipe down, screen recording has begun. Drone is recording. I'm just going to come over here. I'm going to open the door to the greenhouse. Let's see if I can get it to fly into the greenhouse through the doorway. It's standard size door, but I'm not sure if the sensors on this will let it get close enough where it would actually go through the door. So let's see here. Oh, it doesn't even want to go anywhere near it. Oh, holy Moses. All right, settle down. The door is open, and I am manually trying to force it through, and it sees it as a big no-no. Okay, so I think what's happened is, let's back it out of here a little bit, get her into the open. I kind of almost feel like what's happening is through a firmware update from when this drone first released, I'm going to go ahead and assume that they have made it. They've set the distance, the allowed distances, to a much further range than before. So it would have allowed it to get closer to obstacles before, where now it does its best to stay as far away from them as possible. But that limits you for certain things. Getting through small little areas, it just does not want to allow that to happen at all. So as long as you've got like 3 or 4 feet of clearance on either side, I think it's fine. Like if you're walking through like a 6-foot tree path or whatever, it's going to do it no problem. But if you're trying to do anything tighter than that, like if you're going through a 3-foot wide door or less than that, maybe 32 inches or so, even though the drone can physically fit through it, the sensors won't let it get close enough either side of the door to allow that to happen. So, yeah, that was kind of disappointing. At the same time, I'm not going to say I'm disappointed fully, because I appreciate the fact with such an expensive drone, it's doing its best to keep itself safe and in the air. So that's kind of a bonus. But if you want to do some kind of more risky stuff with it and still have the obstacle sensing, it doesn't seem like it wants to do it. Now I'm going to go through the menu on this and just see. Oh, a little glitchy there. So if I was to go safety, obstacle avoidance, okay, so that's where Nifty comes into place, because I did read about that when I was first looking into this. So if you keep it in normal, it maintains a safe distance from obstacles. If you put it in Nifty, it says this warning on it. It says, when controlling aircraft via control sticks and Nifty bypassing is enabled, aircraft avoids obstacles with more subtle attitude change and flies more smoothly, but is of increased collision risk. Use with risk. When controlling the aircraft, this option is higher, so maybe let's try this again. I'm going to get out of here, and let's bring it back over to the greenhouse and see if we can get through that door. What do we have for battery? 40% battery. That's more than enough for what we're doing here. Let's see. Will it let us get through? Will it let us get through this door? I've got full throttle, straight ahead. It is just not inching forward, and that is even in Nifty mode. Okay, so, and that says when it's being controlled by the sticks. So, but let's see how it does in Nifty mode with the active track again. So, let me get myself kind of more in frame to it here. I've got myself selected. We'll hit active track. It's going to go up a little bit. We are going to go back into Spiderville and see how it does, if it'll take more risks, more subtle movements. So this is where it struggled. originally in normal mode. And it's looking for a way over. It's not going to find a way over. The only way it's coming through is under, so I'm going to manually bring it down. And I'm going to push it forward, and it's just not going to do it. It's funny, because if I turn off the active track, I can force it in here. See, I can get it a lot lower, first of all, and I can push it right through. It's fine. Let me just bring it this way. I'm going to bring it kind of right there. Let me grab a stick here. There's a piece of broken bamboo. This is going to be my spider stick. So there's one there. Sorry, bud. Don't mean to ruin your day or nothing, but we've got tests to do. So now if I enable active track from here, focus track enabled, select me, active track. I don't think it's going to detect those little twigs right in front of it, to be honest with you. I can barely see them. Barely showing up on camera. But if I keep walking here, got my stick out in front of me. Yeah, I don't think it's going to do it. Well, maybe. It is coming closer. It's lost me. What if I manually push it? Will it go? Oh, okay, there's me. So select me, active track. It did lose me, so now it has to reorient itself. Now, it sees me. I don't think it wants to come through here. What if I get started? Let me turn off active track here. Where am I? The visual on the drone itself, it's right there. So if I kind of just push, whoa. Man, I hate that it jumps like that when it finally does get its clear range. Okay, so let's enable active track. And I've got it focused on me. Active track is going. It's got it's not a clear path. I won't call it a clear path. It really wants to get itself around. It does not want to go through. Now this is maybe about 5 feet wide. Yeah, it just doesn't want to come through. If I keep going here, get my spider stick in front of me, walk through something on my right. It doesn't want to go through. But if I disable the active track and go full manual, go a little bit lower. This is in Nifty mode, so it will come. So we'll do focus track. Oh, man, another freaking spider web. Let me see if you can zoom in on that. Oh, I guess you can't really. I could with the 70 millimeter lens, but that stops the recording on the drone itself anyway. So get these spider webs kind of cleared so they're gone for good. And if I push it through manually, it will. I can click myself as the subject. It'll keep the. Oh, another freaking spider web. My God. Since when? I was through here the other day. There was no spider webs. This is a little bit cray-cray. All right. Keep pushing it. Manually. It's hard to look for spider webs, look at the screen, and control the drone all at the same time. That's why I was hoping active track would do this. Currently, I'm just in Spotlight, so The spotlight mode will keep the camera centered on me, but it won't move the drone. I have to do the drone movements manually, which is fine. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, there's too many spider webs in here, so let's go back. Will it move back on its own or no? No, I have to manually fly it back, which is fine. Certain situations, this is fine. I would have hoped or thought that it would have made it through here a little bit easier because it is relatively open. Like, I've cleared this out so my kids can ride their four-wheelers through here without getting stabbed. So there are little twigs and stuff overhanging, but nothing that's like my height or lower. So let's turn them. Turn the focus track off. Take manual control. Bring the camera back down to 0. It's actually a little less than 0, but we'll get us out of here. It handles beautifully. Okay, we're at 20% battery, so let's just go give her a land then. I'll have a quick gander at the greenhouse there. Mr. Cash on the wall. If this thing takes gorgeous video, gorgeous 4K video. The home point, it's great. The return to home on this thing is phenomenal. It's like pinpoint accurate. It's kind of crazy. Even without GPS, it maps its own location using its sensors to find its pathway back. So now we're landing. Okay. Well, that did not go exactly as planned, but we'll have a look. And join me for some more tests later on, because I just got this thing and I just want to put it through some paces without putting too much risk, because like I said, I paid for it with my own money. I'm not sponsored by anybody. DJI did not send me this. I'm covered in spider webs all over me. But the obstacle avoidance test, I mean, it does a great job avoiding obstacles. It does not such a good job of getting into spaces where you might want it. You can turn obstacle avoidance off, but at the same time, when you're going through a doorway, I mean, if you're going through a doorway, you would hope that you could have the obstacle avoidance turned on, just to keep it from straying a little too far to either side while you're going through the doorway, and like clipping the door frame or something, right? It would be nice for the obstacle avoidance to allow it to pass through kind of central, because there are times where you want to shoot things inside, and I guess you have warehouse doors that you can use instead of like a man door. But yeah, I just thought it would go through a man door relatively simply. But anyway, on the next one, I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably a range test, nothing crazy. I know I'll never get it to its maximum range, and I'm not going to risk getting it to its maximum range. But I do want to just see, if I push it out 2-3 kilometers, how strong the signal stays. Do I get any interference? I shouldn't where I am. I think maybe in town you would if you were in a city or a more dense populated area with Wi-Fi and all that kind of stuff. This microphone is 2 gigahertz, and it seemed to have no problem at all handling the frequency from the microphone. I have another cheap drone called a Potensic Atom, and you can't use a microphone like this with it. You can, but your range is cut significantly. Like without the microphone, you can go 2-3 kilometers no problem. With the microphone on, you're getting like 500 meters. So I'll see if this does anything similar to that. But for now, that's it.